Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to another Telly Talks. Today is Sunday sermon, so I just want to leave a word with you all. If you feeling like you struggling right now, if you feel like there's chaos in your life, if you feel like you're trying to get your footing, but you just don't know how to go about it, I just want to encourage you to lean in to God, lean into the things that He can give you. Because yes, you have friends and you have family, you have people around you that can make you happy temporarily, but it's nothing like having the peace of God. It's nothing like being in His presence and knowing that throughout all the mess, throughout all the chaos, He's covering you, He's protecting you, and He's allowing you not to, allow your mind to go crazy or anything like that. Because I'm a perfect example of a person living in perfect peace. I'm a perfect example because I'm still, like, if you don't know my story, and I have shared it in a couple of videos, but I was laid off in 2020. It was off something so petty, but nevertheless, I had another job, which was my part-time job. So I was like, you know what, it is what it is. I'm gonna just turn this part-time thing into a temporary full-time thing. And then the company decided to let go of the position that I was working. Let me tell you, 3 years I've been working there. I used to go from my first job to my second job, and I would do that, pretty much throughout the week. And so I'm like, not only are we in the middle of a worldwide pandemic, not only do people need their jobs the most right now, but for you guys to decide to take away this position. And so normally, well, I wouldn't say normally, because most of the time, if it's something I can't control, I usually just give it to God. I usually pray about it, and I don't let it stress me out or worry me too much. But I do like to be on top of things. I do like to be on my P's and Q's. I'm kind of not a control freak, but I kind of like to be in control and be able to have a handle on things. So they decided to let go of that position. So that ended in March of this year, 2021. And so here I am, back at square one, no job, in the middle of a pandemic. I got a card. I had a car note at the time to take care of, apartment to keep up with the rent and the utilities and just everything, food. So I prayed about it. I gave it to God, and I literally felt His grace, His peace on my life. I never felt so free. I never felt so calm. I never felt so unbothered. You know what I'm saying? And then I can't attribute it to anything or anybody but God, because I know that when I pray, He hears my prayers. I know that, those late nights when I did cry about, God, I don't understand this. I don't know why this is happening to me, but I know it's a lesson. I know that He is pushing me in a direction where I have no choice but to lean on Him, because I'm so want to be in control and I want to do things my way. He allowed me to lose those jobs so that I can depend on Him completely. And when I get out of this, when I come out of this and I do start working again, and I do, make a 180 change, I'm going to acknowledge the fact that it wasn't my doing. because it's not. And so I just wanted to share that little story with you all. So if anybody out there and you feel like you're the only one going through, if you feel like you just confused, or maybe in your relationships, maybe things ain't going the way you want it to be. Maybe the other person, you're trying to be peaceful, but the other person is just not getting it, and they just continue to want to cause chaos. Just pray about it. Like, I'm telling you, if you pray about it and you believe, that's another thing. You have to believe that your prayers, God hears your prayers. Because if you just say like, oh God, I'm going through right now, can you fix it? Like, but not having the faith to know that he will fix it, in his timing. And sometimes it's things that he want to get out of you. So he do allow us to go through those storms. And so if you're feeling like, discouraged, if you're feeling that you're the only one going through things right now, please know you're not the only one. And you will get out of this, and you will come up on top. It just take time, it takes patience, and it takes God's peace to cover you through it all. Because again, where would I be without his peace? I'll probably be just accepting any old job. I've been applying and stuff, but because I know my value now, because I know the things that I bring to the table, I'm not just accepting anything. And then, other people might say, well, people out here struggling, and if you given the opportunity to work at a McDonald's or work at a this or that, you should still get it. But that's me not relying on God. That's me trying to, again, control the situation. Because why would I step down? And no shade to anybody who's working at a McDonald's or working at a store or anything. No shade to you all, but why would I demote myself when my last 2 jobs I was in a pretty decent position? So why would I demote myself because I am scared? I'm living in scarcity mindset, or I'm no longer in control. So I was reading my devotional today, and one of the things that stood out with me, I'm just going to share it with you all, is Philippians 4:6. And it says, don't worry about anything, but in everything, through prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your request to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds in Jesus Christ. And so when I read this, I was like, whoa, like it's speaking right to me, right? Because it says, through prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests. And it's not always asking God, give me this, give me this, give me this. Sometimes it's just like, I need a break. Or I remember before when I was working at my other job, my first job, my full-time job. And, it came to a point where I was like, Lord, I need a break. And I don't mean just no 2-week vacation break. I mean like a break from all these people, this system. And, it's becoming tiring. And you got to be careful what you ask for, because sometimes you'll get it. It'll just be in a different form that you expected it. So I was praying that, and now, I have the break. I have the peace. I have the ability to wake up whenever I want to and do whatever I need to do, or go wherever I need to go, and not be having to, punch a time clock. And that's the life that I want to live. Of course I want to be making money while I'm doing it, but that's the life, the ultimate goal, to be able to do something I love, to not have to clock in, to not have to punch a clock, to not have to explain myself to co-workers and supervisors, and or be fired from a job that doesn't care anything about you. So I think sometimes God gives you a glimpse of what he's going to do. He kind of give you a snapshot of what he's going to do. So, And like I said, going back to the whole aspect of peace, sometimes you don't understand how you are living and operating and you're happy, and you don't, and when it's really chaos, like if a person from the outside looking in and they see my position, they will probably think like it's chaos, but it's, for me, it's not. For me, I'm happy. For me, I am at peace. I'm at peace with my decisions. I'm at peace with whatever God is doing in me and through me. And so I shared all that to say, just give your request to God. Let him know like what it is that you're struggling with. I'm not here to, if you don't believe in God, or if you're not a Christian, or whatever your faith is, I'm not here to try to change your mind. I'm not here to convince you of something that I know works for me. That's my job. That's not my job to try to convince you that, God is real. Jesus Christ is real, because I can only talk about my experience. I can only talk about, the things and the struggles and the things that I've seen, the things that I've been through, and how it changed for the better, because I believed in something higher than myself. I believe that there is a God, and I believe that he do care about me, and he want the best for me. And so believing that, it allowed me to believe that for myself. And so that's not my goal, but like I said, I'm going to speak on what I know is real, and I'm going to speak on what I know works. And God's peace is nothing like man. You can have a whole relationship, you can have all the money in the world, and still not have that peace. It's so many famous people, all the money, all the fame, but it's nothing like the peace of God. And they're out there constantly doing more, constantly doing more just to compensate or make up for the lack. But if they tap into God, and they tap into just being consistent with prayer, and they tap into allowing him to give you something that the world can't give you, I think they'll be in a better position. And so hope you guys be blessed, and allow God to give you that peace that can't nobody else give you. Even in the midst of chaos, even in the midst of a storm, even in the midst of confusion. Because granted, yes, I believe in God, and there's a lot of people who do and don't believe in God, but at the end of the day, we all experience life. And the thing that comes with life is good and bad, trials and tribulations. And so just because you believe in something doesn't disqualify you or anything like that from experiencing life, experiencing struggles. But it's in the peace that God gives you. He'll allow you not only to go through those struggles and go through those trials, but to keep you at peace and allow you to be able to come on the other side in a better position, in a better mindset. You're not coming out of this situation like, oh, I hate God, why did he do this to me? But just knowing that everything happens for a reason, and obviously it was something that he wanted to get out of you. He wanted you to experience something so that you can go to the next level. So I hope that makes sense. But thanks for tuning in. I will talk to you guys again. Be blessed on this Sunday, and talk to you guys again. Bye.